Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're tackling privileged access management, PM for short.
That's right.
Think of it as, well, the main gatekeeper for your organization's really sensitive digital stuff, controlling who gets the master keys and why.
And it's a big deal. The market's huge, wasn't it? Around $3 billion globally last year.
Yeah, exactly. So clearly it's critical. Our mission today is basically to distill what you really need to know about PM.
The core ideas, the benefits, the potential problems, and kind of where it's all going.
Right. Based on the materials we've looked at from various places, including Stanford University info.
It's had quite an evolution, actually. The first need was, well, simpler, just managing admin accounts, privileged user management, or PUM.
PUM, okay.
Sharing accounts. That quickly showed its security downsides.
I bet.
What's interesting is how compliance really drove things. I pay back in '96 for healthcare data.
Right. And GDPR much more recently.
Exactly. They added realty to needing control and, crucially, auditing of privileged actions, especially complex in healthcare systems.
Then the cloud happened, late 2000s.
Yep. AWS, Azure, GCP. PAM solutions had to adapt fast. Couldn't just be on-prem anymore.
And then AI came into the picture.
Sort of. In the 2010s, we started seeing AI and machine learning used more, mostly for, better threat detection within PAM.
So now it's pretty central to cybersecurity and risk management.
Absolutely fundamental.
Okay, so if PAM is this vital gatekeeper, what are the key bits, the main mechanisms?
There are several core parts working together. MFA is one you hear a lot. Multi-factor authentication.
More than just a password.
Right. Multiple ways to prove who you are. Then there's JIT, just-in-time access.
Only getting access when you actually need it.
Precisely. And only for a limited time. Super important. Plus, you have access controls and policies. Really granular ones.
Based on that least privilege idea?
Exactly that. Give the bare minimum needed. Then you've got identity systems managing it all centrally, and controlled ways to temporarily get higher access authorized elevation paths.
And tracking everything.
Oh, yeah. Real-time auditing and reporting.
Yeah.
Crucial for compliance and figuring out what happened if there's a breach.
And what about remote workers and third parties?
PAM has to cover them too. Secure remote access, strict controls, and finally, identity governance, regularly checking who has what access, making sure it's still valid.
Okay, so definitely not a single product type then. What kinds of solutions are out there?
Right, good point. You've got your cloud-native PAM, often more scalable, maybe PAM as a service.
And flexible?
Yeah, or traditional on-premises solutions. More direct control, potentially more work to manage.
And specialized types.
Privileged session management, that's like recording what admins do. Very useful.
Like a flight recorder?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Then there's specific stuff for managing third-party vendor access, always a risky area, and solutions focused purely on compliance management, HEPay, SOX, PCI DSS.
And the AI element again.
Increasingly, yes, using machine learning and behavioral analytics to spot weird activity, things that don't look right.
So tying it all together, why go through all this complexity? What are the real wins?
Well, the biggest one is just better security. Limiting damage, protecting critical systems by enforcing least privilege.
Makes sense. And compliance.
Huge for compliance.
Yeah.
Gives you those audit trails you need for GDPR, APA, PCI GSS, all of them.
What about insider threats?
It helps reduce that risk significantly. Just having visibility into what privileged users are up to is a deterrent. You get much better visibility and control overall.
And maybe less manual work.
Definitely. Automating access controls reduces the admin burden and, importantly, human error. Plus, if the worst happens, those detailed logs are gold for incident response.
But it can't be perfect. Are there risks or limitations?
Oh, for sure. Failing on compliance or having a breach because PAM wasn't adequate, that can mean serious financial pain, fines, legal fees. Yeah. And insider threats aren't eliminated completely. If it's not set up or monitored right, misuse can still happen, data breaches, operational disruption.
So compliance failures are still a risk.
Always. If you don't secure privileged accounts properly, you risk penalties under those regulations we mentioned. And, the threats themselves keep evolving. Attackers target these accounts.
And just getting it implemented, that can be tough.
It can be a challenge. Assessing the real risks, prioritizing, allocating the right resources to actually implement and maintain a strong PAM system, it takes effort.
Looking ahead then, what's next for PAM? What are the big trends?
Zero trust integration is massive. The whole never trust, always verify idea applied to privileged access. Expect to see a lot more of that maybe this year, 2024 onwards.
No default trust.
None. Then more AI and ML, definitely. making session recording smarter, improving auditing, helping investigate threats, being more proactive about risk, especially for cloud stuff.
And it's not just people anymore, right?
Exactly. The scope is widening. Managing identities for machines, service accounts, automation scripts, that's becoming key. With smarter, context-based access controls.
More automation, too.
Yes, automating the processes themselves, streamlining things, cutting errors, proactively flagging odd behavior.
Yeah.
And alongside the tech, training.
Crucial. You need employees to understand why secure access matters. It complements the technology.
So PM is clearly vital.
Yeah.
And it's constantly changing. It's way more than just ticking boxes for auditors.
It's fundamental protection for your most valuable digital assets.
And understanding the benefits and the challenges is really key if you want to implement it effectively. The future seems to be about, well, more integration, more automation, and a broader view of identity.
Which brings up a really interesting thought for you to consider. As we see more non-human identities, machines, scripts, AI needing privileged access in our IT systems, how do organizations need to adapt their PAM strategies? How do you ensure security covers everything without slowing down innovation?